When'd you get back?
I got back like 8 o'clock Sunday. I left right after we lost right after we lost in bracket play on Sunday. I hit the road. I had to go to work. Actually, I was supposed to be at work at 7, but
Oh,
once
okay.
we lost, I was like, man, I'll be at work by 8 o'clock. So I drove that 6 hours pretty much straight.
For sure, for sure. Weekend Warriors Nationals. How many is this for you?
I want to say this might be my second. I know I went last year for sure, but I'm not gonna lie. Like before 2023, I really wasn't going to Weekend Warrior for real. So this might have been my second nationals, maybe third at the most, but second for sure.
Okay. When'd you get down there? Where y'all stay at?
I got down there Friday at about 4 or 5 o'clock. We had an Airbnb probably about 25 to 30 minutes away from the field.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, yeah.
Um, who'd you run with? What format you played?
So I went down there to play 6 man with Suicide Squad, a team based out of Chicago, Indianapolis, that kind of area. Um, and then also I played with Supreme and fours and fives. They from like PA, like the Philly, Pennsylvania, whatever you want to call it area.
Okay, okay. What was your toughest game of the tournament and why?
Toughest game of the tournament. Mm, Probably I want to say our second pool play game in fours versus Rocky Top. So Rocky Top, they had a pretty good team, and I don't know. It felt like I had a great game, but we just couldn't find ways to score. Like we couldn't finish drives, but like I was playing offense and defense. So like I was always on the field. So like even though we wasn't scoring, I come out catch a pick or something. But it's like we wasn't finding ways to win. And then I kind of got into it with TJ on a call he made. And I was talking me and my man Flutie from Atlanta, from Florida. He always talking, but I love when people talk to me, pause when I'm playing football, because like that's that competition, like that it get me going. Like I don't know
Mm,
how other people are pause, but it get me going. Like when people talk to me, like that turned me up or whatever. So like I know how he is. He was going back and forth, and it was a great game, but we lost. So that was probably the toughest game because it was a good game. Like I'm really looking for some of those highlights that I had in that game. But at the same time, we lost probably by like 2 touchdowns. So it's like,
mm.
dang, like it was tough because it was like, damn, I feel like I played well, but wasn't well enough to put enough points on the board to win. So that was probably the toughest game for real.
All right. Do you approach nationals any different, the smaller tournaments?
Nah, but honestly, for me, I can only speak for me. I maybe could speak for some people, but like nationals to me is like January. Anything that happened in January, like when you go to Florida, whether you call it Worlds or Nationals, whichever one you play at, but that's like the tournament. Like that's nationals, in my opinion. The weekend warrior nationals, I mean, you definitely want to go out there and win and compete. But I look at weekend warrior nationals or worlds like any other tournament. Honestly, like it don't hold as much weight as that January. Pretty much everybody and their mother gonna be out there, so ain't nobody gonna say, "Oh, this person wasn't here or that person wasn't here." Come January, like that's the real deal. So I would say, no, I didn't approach this no differently than any other tournament throughout the year, honestly.
Okay, okay. How do you balance recovery, travel, and still showing up to compete?
Um, for me now, it's a little different because I've started to take flag more seriously, especially like the things I'm trying to do with flag. So like with USA's trials and everything, just haven't passed or whatever. I've been training, so it's like I've been working out my body, been in shape probably since like a couple weeks after nationals. Like a week after nationals, I was already training, trying to get ready for trials and everything. So like as far as recovery, like I ain't gonna lie, I could have played yesterday. Like I could have played
Yeah.
a whole nother tournament yesterday. Like that's the benefit of I feel like for me working out like because you go to these tournaments and you try to really be a weekend warrior, you're gonna pay for it throughout the week. Like I've been that guy, like my body hurting, I can't walk, I don't want to go to work. So I would say like the preparation that I've been putting in, all the work I've been putting in, I could definitely like see the benefits, pause and feel the benefits like with my body. Like I might be sore a little bit, but it's like I know if I get out there and get my body going, I'm gonna run through that soreness, like all that lactic acid not building up as much because I'm so used to working out. Like I worked out Thursday morning before I left, and then went played Friday night, played Saturday, played Sunday, and like if I really wanted to, could have went to FXA last night and played, but I was like, man, I don't feel like driving out there. But I would say like for me, just trying to drink water, make sure I'm stretching, and then try to like stay active because it's like when you working and doing stuff, and then you just stop, like all that work you did kind of go away. So I feel like the more you stay active and kind of like push through that lactic acid and that soreness that you do get after tournaments, it'll help because most people they'll just try to recover. Like, oh, I'm tired. I had a tournament last week and then sit and do nothing for a week. Then, oh, I'm back. Then go back out to the field and you in the same boat. So like, even if you're not on that, like I take flag super seriously. Like I would say, just work out throughout the weeks, like just to prepare yourself, especially if you want to play flag on the weekends and stuff, and not pay for it throughout the week. Try to do some type of physical activity to help recover, and that'll definitely help you in the long run.
Your highlight or best or biggest play from the weekend. You remember it? Was there a play that did stand out?
I don't like talking about highlights and games that I lost, but in that Rocky Top game, like he was kept talking to me, they kept trying me, they was throwing routes at me and all that. And then one time he threw a route, I think it was across the field. I don't even think it was to the guy I was checking because I think he ran like a hitch. But I read it. I was reading the quarterback and I was just following the football. And he threw it and it went up and I was like, oh, I'm right here. And I just stuck one hand out and just like snatched the football out the air. And that was and then I stood there and I looked at the sideline to my man Flutie who was talking trash. And then I took off, ran, whatever. And then we ain't scored that drive. But that was probably my favorite play from the tournament. I need that video. Somebody got it. Supreme versus Rocky Top, man. It was just a pool play game. Don't hold no weight, but I want that highlight. Other than that, I will say my favorite play was I want to say it was like third or goal, fourth and goal. We was playing 6-man in the championship. I believe we was losing, honestly, and I threw like a little flip pass. I rolled to the left, and my man Sways had a corner out to the back of the end zone. I had a shoot going to the front cone, so the corner was kind of like trying to play both. So I'm like, all right, he can't see my man Sways behind him, so I flipped the ball up, and it went up. And I was like, oh, he might pick it. And that joint like dropped right over his head, paused, out of bounds. My man Swayze caught it. Tony toe tap, won the game. I think we had to get a stop after that on defense, but that put us up and we won the game. So that was probably the best highlight for real.
Okay. How many rings you end up with?
I ended up with 2, but I'm a realist. I didn't really do nothing for the second one. I was on a stat 8 co-ed team. I showed up. I played pool play, and then we had a forfeit, I believe, Sunday morning. Like our playoff game was a forfeit, so we went straight to the championship. So we was out there for the championship. The team like that I was on, we was loaded. Like it was like Chris Hughes, Rock, Devon, Mike Green, Otto, like the best girls in the tournament. So it was like I'm about to play 4-man in 30 minutes. I'm cool. Like y'all can do y'all thing. So I did get a ring for that. And then we won 6-man. So I won 2 rings technically, but the 8 co-ed ring just was just for being on the roster, you know.
Anybody on your team level up this weekend?
What you mean by level up? Like,
Step their game up. Like, showed out.
I would say shout out my man Sways because we don't usually run with Supreme. Supreme's a good, established, non-contact team, and they was short a few guys this weekend. And then me and a couple of my teammates was supposed to help out, but my man Ed didn't get to make the trip. My other teammate J Rod, when we won 6s, he broke his pinky, so he wasn't able to play. So we was really short for 4s and 5s this weekend. So Sway stepped up and played both ways. He was playing center and playing DB, which he doesn't do. So I shout out to Sway. He got offensive MVP and 6-man, and then non-contact. He definitely did his thing. He held it down on defense, and he caught a lot of touchdowns, a lot of passes because he was one of the main guys I was familiar with being on a new team, whatever the case was. So, shout out to Swayze. He always level up and do his thing, but shout out to him for sure.
Um, who's the team that travels under the radar but always makes noise?
It's a few teams like that. I could give you like 3 or 4, but then the first team I say Mean Machine always travel, but they definitely they came out and showed their ass pause this weekend. They won 5 non-contact pro and screen 5 screen. They won both of those. And their quarterback damn near 50, or he might be 50. I think Chris Hughes is over 50. But
Okay.
yeah, Chris, they definitely always got a good team. Rocky Top always a pretty good team in the mix. Um, Elite Flags, they definitely on the come up. Shout out to Elite Flags. And lastly, the fourth team, I would say somebody like High Five or somebody like that. Like High Five, they usually got some pretty known guys or a couple known guys, but then they got their regular guys, but they always in the mix and they definitely travel a lot.
Okay. Okay. What's next for you?
Next for me, tournament wise, it's a tournament. It's a tournament in Dallas. I'm going back to Dallas for a tournament for 5K.
Okay. Okay.
I think
Okay.
it's called Catch. I think it's called Catch the Vibe 20.
Okay.
Kevin, what's his last name? Kevin, I forgot his last name, but this dude from Texas, he used to run the team KOV. I think they doing like a name change.
Okay. Okay. That's a bet. Well, shit, man. As always, I appreciate these, dog. Really do.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Appreciate you, man.
Tired. We got home at midnight Sunday. Then I had to work. I had to go in the office Monday, so I'm just trying to make it. And then Tone wanted to make that post today, like waiting for my weekend warrior pictures and tag me like, Tone, please do not start. Do not get these people started. And I know it's, people want their pictures right away. They want
Yeah.
them things as soon as they get home. They want them pictures waiting for them.
Like you ain't gotta travel home too.
Right. But I usually my turnaround time is usually 24 to 48 hours after the tournament. So it's
Okay.
like I'm gonna have everybody will have them by tomorrow. Just give me just let me breathe a little bit.
I got you. I got you. So, Weekend Warriors Nationals. How many is this for you?
4? Am I lying? 3. This is our third one.
Okay. Okay.
I might be lying. This is our third one. And this Worlds, which is in September, will be our fourth one, but this one is our third one. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. When'd you get down? Where'd y'all stay?
Um Now you asked me, I can't remember. Oh, Candlewood Suites. Now we thought it was close because he books through like IHG or whatever because he has points and then we get free hotels. We thought it was closer, but we were both driving. I drove to the field Saturday by myself because I had an 8 a.m. booking and he didn't have to play till 11. And I'm driving. I'm like, dang, did I miss the turn? Like, this is far. And then I pulled the GPS up because I had already been driving for like 7 minutes and it was like 10 more minutes. And I'm like, babe, I don't think we're close. I think we're like 20 minutes out. So we were going to get food the other day and we saw Holiday Inn Express is like right there. And then all the food and stuff is right there. So I was like, yeah, we need to switch it up next time so we can be close to everything.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
How many games did you end up shooting this weekend?
Uh
Is it by the game? Is it by the client? How is it?
So it's per game, but people will book one person will book 2 games. Like what this one team they booked 6 games, 4 formats. So I can't even I would really have to like look and see. It was more than 30.
Okay. Okay.
And then I'm out there with Rich, so that
Yeah.
at on top of that.
What's your typical setup for a tournament like this? Have you figured out a process or whatever for?
Yeah, so usually everybody books me. Once they put like time block or schedule blocks out, everybody starts booking me. I still kind of get last minute bookings, but I make my schedule just like I make his. I do it by day, by time, by format, team name. So I do have a system, and I'm usually never late to my bookings. But Jason's tournament was so on time, where like if both teams were there, they were starting earlier.
Mm,
I was like 2 to 3 minutes late, and I don't like that because I'm not a late person. So besides having to walk from field 4 where y'all were playing vet to 2D, which is all the way on the other side, like, and then they know what's up, and I'm not flaking on them. But besides that, it's just getting out there and keeping him hydrated and fed, and then keeping myself hydrated and not getting sunburned. And then I always get my nose burned. So outside, we have our process. I just make our schedules and we go from there.
I'm here. I'm here. Was there one game that stood out visually, like lighting, emotion, everything was just hitting?
I like early morning games. So those 8 a.m. games, 9 a.m., it's just like the sun isn't at its highest point, so it's not overexposed or anything. It's just like perfect lighting, and then you're able to like just get the perfect pictures without that much editing. So from 8 to 10, any of those games, those are always my favorite. I'm sorry, I don't know if this is popping up.
Did any players pose mid game for you? You get a lot of that going on?
Yes, sir. We
Strangers or
got
people?
we got superstars. It's people that know me. Somebody asked me to take a picture, and it was there, people's thing is like, they always be like, oh, how much do you charge for pictures? So I'm always going to answer in the way I'm booked, and they're like, oh, I wanted you to take a picture real quick. Well, then to just say that, because if you ask me my prices, I'm not thinking like per one
Yeah.
picture, like, yeah, I'll take a picture of you and just post it. Like, I don't
Yeah.
care about that. But yeah, there's superstars out there to point at the camera, pose. The FXA boys, Drew. Damn, now I can't even think of everybody's name. Drew.
With Shaq,
Why?
Bout, and all
Yeah, Shaq. I'm terrible. I hope that cut this part out.
them.
They post as soon as they finished that game. So I did. Henny Migos team booked me, but it was all
Oh, smoke.
all smoke. There you go. Because I be saying, what's the other one? Most hated.
Yeah.
They all intertwined, dog.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, they like
Well,
posting.
all right. Well, I say best and worst game, but you kind of told me your best games in the morning. But did you
Worst
have a
games
game?
are night. I hate taking night pictures. And it's because I'm still not like, that's not something I'm well versed in, because usually tournaments are during the day. So I take most of my pictures during the day. So that's me. Like that's me lacking on getting familiar with that. I hate it. I just don't like it. And I've seen people take pictures at night and they look so good. So I know it's me. I'm the problem and not not the camera. But I just don't like it. It's just not my thing yet. So that's just something I have to conquer. So I'm self-taught with taking pictures, but this year I have my goal for this year is to go to a photography class and actually learn from somebody. So because I want to get better. So I want to have the technique. I want to know how to use my camera to the best of my ability instead of just like figuring it out as I go. So that's what I got to do this year. And then I'll be able to take night pictures and I won't care.
I get, I get. How many photos do you actually take during the tournament weekend? And how many make the cut?
uh Altogether it's 3,500 right now. So once I go through and delete, it'll probably drop to two, maybe 25. I might delete 1,000. Yeah, I take a lot of pictures. That's when they be like, "Where them pictures at?" Well, when you want to come over here and sort these pictures out, it's not easy. And then I have to go through and pick the best pictures to present to them. But I'm like, they could probably see some of these other pictures and be like, "Oh, why you ain't sent me that? Because that's not the one I liked." So I'm sorry.
The team photo and they look good to them. I'm like, I look
Yeah, I
good, so I
know.
don't care about no.
Like, nah, not with y'all tagging me with pictures looking crazy. No, sir.
Which team or format had the most drip or just looked the coldest in your photos?
Mm. Oh, so five contact. QC Bulls books me every wherever whatever tournament they're at and I'm at, and they're one of the people on the team does their uniforms. Their uniforms are always so good.
Okay.
It's so and then there you get your superstars and they be wearing the shades and the hat and then the cleats. Everybody had those untouchable, but they were like the light blue or the ice blue. I saw
Mhm.
those a lot out there this weekend.
Okay. Okay.
But it's the men. It's the men. The men are divas. It's not the girls. It's the men. The men book the most and everything.
Um, If you had to pick one photo from this weekend to represent the whole vibe of Nationals, what shot would it be and where could people find it?
It's gonna be, that's hard. Oof. I posted some good ones already in my story. One, somebody was pointing at the camera. He had his shades on, had his little uniform on, had his bucket hat on. And he was just pointing at the camera. It was just a fun weekend this weekend. We didn't get no rain. It was
Mm-hmm.
no craziness happening. So I would think that's a good one. I'm gonna have to repost it and tag you so you can see.
I got you on that. So, what's next for you? Where you at next?
uh the 27th, we're going to Dallas for a tournament.
Okay.
Um so yeah. But I think it's like KOV. It's Kevin Dickens. He's like from KOV. It's his tournament. So Tone asked Rich to come play. So about to go do that. And then I think we're doing San Antonio for USA flag and
Okay.
then ECN. So that's the next three. But then, league play started. So somebody, people hit me up already for league play. So
Okay.
I'll be outside.
That's
It's
sure. That's
warm
sure.
now, y'all.
But yeah, as always, I appreciate this, yo.
I appreciate you.
What's up, man?
Champ.
What's up with you?
Hello, man. What's up?
I ain't
I'm
complaining.
at work after a tournament. You know how Monday go.
Shit, you played Sunday. I ain't play. How many games you had Sunday?
I just did 5 co-ed.
Okay. How many weekend Warriors Nationals? How many is this for you?
This is my third one.
Okay. The same location all three times?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. When'd you get down there? Where was y'all at?
When did we get down?
Yeah, yeah. When'd y'all get down there?
Friday. I got there Friday afternoon.
Okay, you hop right on the field?
No, I got a couple hours before, about 1:30. I ain't played at 4:30, so we started with 35 and co-ed.
Okay, okay. How'd your first game go?
Uh, I think we tied. We played Florida versus everybody. I don't know if that was the name, but pretty much that team. Um, it was 40-40 actually. It was,
Damn.
it was one of those fresh out the car games. Everybody, I mean, so and that's the team we played in the championship. So two of the best teams had to play first, kick
Yeah.
off the weekend. So
Okay, okay. What was your toughest game of the tournament and why?
I think I'm gonna say that 35 and up championship men's that we played. That was I mean that's because that was actually the team I run with, Silverbacks 843. But I mean when Virginia Elite said they was gonna get in this year, I got to run with my guys and stuff. So but yeah, they know me, I know them, so that was a tough game. And they smart, they play good together.
Okay, okay. Best and worst game. Let me hear 'em.
Best game probably was, I'm gonna say 5 co-ed Sunday. Worst game was 5 co-ed Sunday against 843. So pretty much the team we beat in the chip in 35, Zach, he had to get his get back. So he kicked my ass in co-ed. So
Okay, okay. Was there a game that felt more personal than the rest, or was just those 843 ones, or what?
um nah, I think I ain't really had no personal games where this this weekend I was pretty much laid back having fun. I actually had a lot of fun this weekend just playing football. I mean, so my priority was actually 35, all 35 and up,
Hmm.
co-ed men. So that was priority for me this time.
What
Everything else
was,
I was helping out, man, with team.
okay, what do you think was the reason why I mean, you plan to enjoy this one more just to have fun, or was there a different type of mind state you came to this tournament with, or what?
Yeah, I mean, it's always about business.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't really. I mean, you want to if you ain't having fun playing the game, you ain't really. I mean, so like I said, 35 style is priority right now for
Okay.
us for the older guys. So,
And it's funny because I play 40 plus basketball up here, and it's more about just the mood and the energy. Like the
yeah,
competition is still there, but
yeah.
the energy and the mood is like we came to hoop, we came to ball. I got some jokes, ain't no injuries. Let's go home after this. We got work in the morning, but we still compete. You know what I mean?
You know us in that format. You know we can talk trash to each other. It don't really be none like we all at the end of the day we all having fun out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more laid back. We
Mm-hmm.
playing at 35 plus.
Yeah. Um, who's one team or player you think gained a lot of respect this weekend? Did you watch a lot of games? Were you able to watch a lot of games?
Yeah, Saturday I was out there 7:30 in the morning to 10 at night. Yeah, you know me, man. Is you love the game so much,
Yeah.
you just gonna be out there. You can say, "Oh, I'm only playing this," and then somebody asks, "Look, man, can you run?" I mean, all right, I got you. I mean, if your legs can hold up, you gonna be out there playing. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I think anybody that stood out, I ain't really lock into one game. I just kept moving around for real.
What any formats? Any format you didn't get to play that you wanted to play? Did you play sevens? Did you play six?
I didn't get to play four man. Usually I play four man every tournament, but five co-ed was my main format. 35 and five co-ed. So I know last time when I played it, it was four man Sunday morning, then go right into five co-ed. And that was a lot of work. You know, four man just straight running, just
Mm.
route running and all that. So your legs be burnt out if you go deep in that tournament. So trying to trying to win a championship in fours and then come right back and play five co-ed is a lot. So I end up skipping fours this time.
Mm.
Like I'm gonna focus on five co-ed. But
Okay.
four man is probably one of the formats that I always want to run at a tournament.
Okay. How'd you fare? How many rings you get?
Two.
Okay. Was
I
it,
lost. We lost the championship in five non-contact C, playing with Joey and Eric Dynasty team. Let's get it. We actually had a good squad, but we ended up losing the championship. That's 2 years in a row. So
okay. You played Q most of the weekend?
uh 35 and co-ed. Yeah.
Okay. Any new quarterbacks you played with?
Probably Randy for 35. That was on our team, co-ed. I heard he was good. I ain't never get to play with him, but I heard he was good. But that's
Okay.
my first time playing with him. So
Okay. Besides me, any other receiver, any other new weapons you played with? You never played with before?
um yeah, you probably was the I ain't even know you popped out there. I ain't even know you was coming out there.
Yeah, I was sitting over there with Greg. I said, Greg, where you going? He said, I'm about to go play a rock. I said, I can roll with you. He said, hit a rock. I said, shit, pull up. I'm like, fucking hell yeah. Why not?
You know, hey, look, you want to come play? Hey, listen, we gonna run the table for a while, and that we the young guys in the 35 and up.
I'm here for it. I'm here for
Hey,
it.
but look, that's why I said out when you heard me on the sideline, I was like, I think I'm the oldest. Then you popped out. I was like, I, was, I said, "There, I said my team really young in that form." They like, how y'all cheating with that team? I say, look, we ain't really that old in that style. So
Yeah, yeah. It was funny because I guess the second game we played, I was asking, I was talking to dude on the sideline. One dude, like, he was 47. Like, he said he's 47, just came back after 2 years. Like that, so that team, there'd be some cats up there, man. I'm thinking I'm 43, gonna be the oldest cat out there, but no, it's some of them QB. Some QBs out there. Because I guess with playing QB, you can kind of prolong it. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, I think it looks like we got an advantage, and because like I said, we just know the game. And when I first started playing 35, when I actually was that age, they was like, "Man, you 27 years old." But I was like, "No, I'm actually 38." So I think that the guys that want to run it now, they like, "Man, let me run with you." I said, by the time y'all get up there, we if we still playing, it's gonna be 45 division. We ain't looking.
I ain't
We
messing with
gonna
that
keep
many
moving up.
young cats. You got a best player highlight from the weekend you remember?
I mean, I ain't going. I think for me, my best play is just multiple times at QB. I think I was more comfortable this weekend, relaxed, and in the rhythm.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, the more I watch, like I said, I stay out there all day and I just watch different teams and watch schemes and stuff. So I just put all that stuff in my head. It's like, yeah, I could do the same stuff. I mean,
Mhm.
because people really don't really look at me as a QB.
Yeah, yeah.
But the more I play it, and it's like, yeah, I see the stuff that work, and I can run the same. All you gotta do is just make throws. So, and then when you, like I said, when you got ballers around where you ain't got to do a lot, you just usually be relaxed and you play. So I think
Yeah, Talm.
that's what it was this weekend. It was just I was just more relaxed back there.
That's good. That's good. What format you still working on being that relaxed in?
I think four man.
Okay.
Like I want to get more reps in four man, and I'm still learning that. I only won one, and that was East Coast Nationals last year. But like I said, I was freestyling that one. But I think the more I play, when I play with, it's actually easier when I play receiver because
Mhm.
then I'm learning from the new quarterback, the quarterbacks that been playing. So then I just when I go to quarterback, I just take all that stuff in.
Okay. Um, I was about to ask you were you able to do your route today? I mean this weekend. But besides that one time I did get to see it, were you able to do it successfully?
Yeah, I ran it. I actually played with I don't know if you know Monstars. They wear the lime green.
Okay.
They
Yes.
from New York. Yeah, I played with them in Rippin' and Ribbit co-ed. I ran that at overtime.
Okay.
We
Okay.
it was tied up, automatic we on the goal line. Anybody that played with me know they trust me to make that call and be like, look,
Yeah.
let's the route. So we did that. I scored, but I think they had to go back on offense and then the girl scored, so it's more. But my score was worth one, but when she scored, it's worth two. So we ended up losing like that.
Okay. Okay. So what's next for you?
I think ECN right now is ECN. That's June 7th,
Okay.
7th and 8th. But it's April right now. You know me. I'm already. I'm in the car on my way back home. You playing that? Let me get home first. So I ain't. But right now, like I said, I'll be trying to take breaks, man. But
It's hard.
it's hard, yeah. So
Yeah. I guess you ain't
right
making a
now, I'm
trip.
gonna say easy. I'm gonna try to take that month. Then that's my birthday. You know what I mean? So it's just
So you ain't making that trip up this year for FXA? You not playing no league ball up here?
I finally told a couple people no. I was like, nah, I'm gonna chill this. I'm gonna chill this one.
Was you playing back home? Playing league ball back home?
Yeah, yeah, amen. Yeah. I
Okay.
want to take the spring off for that because we got a little co-ed league out here. I think I'm gonna play more of that, just QB. You know what I mean? So
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, man, as always, I appreciate this.
yeah, man.
Let me
Appreciate. Hey, look, man. You look. You now you know you got the invite. You know
Yeah.
what type of vibe it is.
Yeah. And y'all see what I bring to the table.
A
So
big tournament with that 35 and up, man. Just hit us
that
up,
is.
man.
Like I tell anybody, I send you a text like, yo, you need a couple first downs? Let me know. That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
got
But
for you.
look, we ain't with them guys is you know, we cool with coming on the you want to get on there, all right, go ahead. Like we ain't gonna argue with you.
That's
So
true. Like I told Lou when he was walking around, like, man, shit, you here now, man. You can go ahead and knock it out. He said, bro, no, you good.
yeah,
You got a good start. Go
yeah, man.
ahead. So yeah. Like I said, I appreciate the invite and I appreciate the talking, man. Real talk.
Anytime, man. But like I say, if you around ECN, if you want to pull up, I mean, you already know hit rock up. We
That,
try and run the table. So
It's crazy. 'Cause I'm so irritated because I was finally gonna put Supreme Beast in there because it's been in Richmond for so long.
yeah,
Then I hear they moving up to it's Fruitland, Maryland, right?
yeah,
That's out there by Ocean City.
yeah.
Yeah, so
It's kind of weird for us where we at because we got to either like come up there, then go to Maryland or drive to Virginia Beach because you got to go across the water to get
yeah,
there. So it's from us. It's still like a 3-4 hour trip.
yeah. It's still a hike from here too, though, man. Like it's in that Chesapeake Bridge, man. Sheesh.
But I mean, they moved it because of the 8-man stuff, the fights and all that stuff. So you know how it go.
Yeah, I seen I guess I seen a little bit of the one fight. There was only one fight this weekend. Did you even know that?
Listen, I I ain't see no, I ain't see no fight.
Yeah, the
I mean,
only
I see
reason.
a couple arguing. You know, the same old trash talking. They look like they about to. Everybody almost fighting.
Yeah, it was some but no, it was some teammates. They didn't get to fighting, but they were teammates. I guess why they was holding and pushing. They didn't really want to punch each other. But only reason why I saw it because our QB, his daughter was near it, so he ran over there.
Yeah,
That's the only reason why I saw it or whatever. But yeah, and I did. I think Joey told me that that's the reason why they moved it out of Richmond. But
yeah, it was 8-man. It was like a big ass brawl,
no,
big brawl in 8-man. I think they Krista that do USA. She direct one of the directors. She told me one of the parents in the youth tournaments that was out there pulled out a gun. So I think that the complex that wanted to run the tournament, they wanted like metal detectors and stuff, which was gonna cost too much money. So that's why it got moved.
okay, okay. Shit. Like I said, man, that's what it is. I'll be in contact with you though.
Yeah, man. I got you.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right.
All right. When did you get back?
Got back today like around 3:30, something like that.
Okay. Did you go down Thursday or Friday?
Yeah, yeah. So we went down Thursday, got there like at 5 p.m.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah,
Um, who'd you run with? What format you played?
played about 7 formats. Let me think. Friday, played GNR non-contact with Let's Get It. Saturday we did GNR co-ed with Let's Get It. Did 8 co-ed with Dynasty Elite. Did 4s with Scott Tots, 5 non-contact with Scott Tots. Sunday, we did 5 co-ed with ARU.
Okay. Okay. How'd you fare? Any rings?
Our best ring was our women's ARU team winning the non-contact B format. So that was a highlight of my weekend. I was happy for them.
Okay. Okay. Um, when was your first game? Said Friday. What game was that?
Yeah, Friday, the non-contact GNR with Let's Get It.
Okay. Okay. Um, how many weekend warrior nationals is this for you? Does this make for you? Excuse me.
This would be so I did last April. That was my first one. Then I came back in September, and then this one. So this is my third weekend warrior
Okay.
national tournament.
You're heavy in the tournaments. You be traveling a lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I've been traveling like since 2021, doing all the nationals in Orlando. We did Nashville. We always do the North Carolina tournaments. Yeah, this year looking towards San Antonio next month and San Diego later in the year. And we also going to Atlanta for 8-man
Okay.
contact.
Okay. Best and worst game. Let me hear 'em.
Said best game and worst game?
Yeah, of yours.
Honestly, I think my favorite game was the VA Elite 5 co-ed game on Sunday in the playoffs. It was entertaining, really entertaining. We always go back and forth with them. They're a great team. It's always fun playing them. Worst game, I want to say the eight co-ed of Dynasty Elite. I felt like we had the team to win a championship, but bodies weren't available. Everybody weren't available. I feel like if we had our full team, we would have went through that format and got a ring for that one. But my team, we played fours, so like a couple of us was coming late to the field. By the time we got there, it was pretty much too late.
Okay. In all these formats, you've played them before? Nothing was new?
Yeah. I played all these formats before.
Okay.
Oh, and I was supposed to play 7 screens for World Finals, but some of the formats overlapped, so I wasn't able to make that one.
Okay. Is there a format you haven't played yet and you wanna give a try, or you knocked them all out?
Um, I feel like I pretty much tried all the formats I really wanted to play. I never played sixes. I don't know how that would work out, but that's probably the only format I never really played before.
Okay. You hit any good food spots while you was down there?
Um, I forgot which spot we went to like on Friday night. It was called something Jack. But it was cool. It reminded me like an Outback type vibe.
Okay. And you said San Antonio, that's next for you, or ECN, or what's next for
Yeah,
you?
San Antonio, that's next for me. I'm gonna go down there with the God Bots, run with them in a couple different formats.
Okay. I seen you with the camera, right?
Yeah. I'm actually going through the pictures right now. It's crazy you brought that up. I took a picture of our women teams when they made their playoff run. So I always try to get them whenever I can.
Okay. How long you been shooting?
I've been shooting since 2016.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. You shoot everything, just sports?
Yeah, literally everything, but my favorite is sports because it's what I love. I'm always around it, so I might as well just bring my camera while I'm there playing it. So whenever I get a chance, I just shoot sports, but I do proms, events, weddings, everything, bro.
Okay. Off a rough view, because you said you was going through them. What was the best picture you've seen so far?
Mm, Let me think. So I took about 600. Honestly, I would say the championship team photo that I took at the end because I feel like we've been through a lot with this team. So just to see all the hard work finally paying off.
Hmm.
Felt real great. Felt real great on the sidelines. We had about 50 people on the sidelines supporting our ladies. We get all the support that we can give. And that was the most fun I had all weekend, just watching them play.
Okay. Well, shout out to them too, and shout out to you, bro.
All right.
I appreciate you, man. Pulling up
All
for
right.
me real quick, man.
All right. No problem. No problem. I do it anytime.
Bet that. I'll get you on for a 4 for 10. We can talk a little bit more about the camera work, man.
All right. That's cool.
All right. Good luck, man.
All right. Good luck to you.
All right.
How's it going?
Good. How about yourself, man?
Good.
For sure. When did you get back?
I got back about 4 in the morning, Monday, yeah, like 4 a.m.
Okay. Weekend Warriors Nationals. How many is this for you?
This is my second.
Okay. You went back to back. You went last year also?
Yes.
Okay. What's the first thing you do when you get to a tournament city? You check in, you grab some food, or you go straight to the field?
Straight to the field, cleat up,
Okay.
put flags on, get right.
For sure. You prefer flying in or road tripping with the squad?
Uh, the way things been up in the air lately, jacking the road trip with the squad. Yeah, we're gonna road trip it.
Out here. Who would you run with? What format you play?
I played in a couple formats. Fives co-ed, fives GNR, fives non-contact, four-man, ace co-ed. But for the most part, I ran with a team named Dynasty from Atlanta. Then I ran with MD 495 for five man. And then a couple co-ed formats was also Dynasty. Then I ran with a team called Waiver Claims,
Okay.
but we went under the name Watch This.
For sure. Any new quarterbacks you played with this weekend?
Yes. Play with a few new quarterbacks. Yeah, I played with a few new quarterbacks.
What was your What was your first game?
My first game was Friday afternoon. As soon as I got out there
Okay, how'd that go?
it went smooth. We caught the dub. I think it was five man. GNR, if I remember correctly, or 5-man aired out, something like that.
Okay. Your best or biggest play or highlight from this weekend? You remember? You got any? You make any plays this weekend, man?
Yeah, no, I made a few plays. Few plays at center, few plays at corner, few plays at rusher, few plays at double Q. But I'll probably say my most memorable play was getting a sack as a rusher and winning that chip. It was my first time winning a natty in any format while rushing.
Okay. How'd you fare this weekend? How many rings you got?
I finished with 2. One was 5 co-ed GNR, another one was 8 co-ed.
Okay. Any new formats, or you played all these formats before?
Now I played all of these before last year.
Okay. Okay. Which format do you feel your game thrives the most in?
To be honest, I'll probably say 4s because it's more space and one less person, or 8s because it's more people but more space. But to be honest, I feel like any format.
I'm good. What's next for you?
Prior to ESA, Spring John, May 3rd, and then ECN in June.
Okay. Where's the ECA joint at?
What you say?
The ECA joint, where is that at? Where's that joint?
ESA tournament is going to be out here in Jersey and Camden.
Okay. That's what's up. Well, shit, man, as always, I appreciate this, man. Glad we can link up.
Likewise, man. It's all love.
Yeah. Like I said, the 4th and 10 is coming soon. I'm still stockpiling, but I'm gonna get at you.
That's a bit.
For sure. All right, man. Good luck to you, man.
Salute.
All right. Well, Weekend Warrior Nationals in North Carolina. Same location every time, the show. How many times you been down there?
I've been to 2,
So last
but
year.
yeah, for the most part, they've been at the same spot.
Okay. When did you get down there? Where'd y'all stay?
I got down there Thursday. I stayed at the Days Inn.
Okay.
They close the Waffle House.
How many times you hit the Waffle House? Just one time or what?
I didn't. I was supposed to go with T, and then she didn't get up in the morning. I was mad too. And then she had to be at the field at 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, so we couldn't go then either. I was hot.
It's funny because, like I said, man, as soon as I turned the corner to enter the park, like I honestly saw the yellow hat. Like that was so funny. I was like, yo, I wonder who I'm gonna bump into because I got there like 10 o'clock. Like I wonder who I'm gonna bump into, and the first thing I see is the yellow hat. That's crazy. Who'd you run with? What formats did you play?
So I originally ran with Greg for 5-man non-contact and then 7-man. Then I had GNR for MD495, and then I had also 5-man for GNR or for non-contact for MD495, and then I played co-ed with ARU, and then I then managed to hop on. I believe it was Scott's Tots for 4-man.
Okay. What was that? 8? So you've played all those formats before? You played fours before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You played all 3 days?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Any hardware? Did you win anything?
Nope. Not this time around.
Okay.
I mean, I helped coach ARU's girls for defense,
Okay.
but no ring for me, just a ring for the head coach.
For sure. But you made it to brackets? I mean, how does it work? Like brackets and
Everybody make bracket play.
Everybody
make bracket play.
Okay. No semis, no lost championships, just
A bunch of quarters.
okay. When was your first game?
First game was 5-man non-contact for Greg.
Okay. What was your best play or best play you saw?
My best play was a pick 9, that a pick that turned into 9 points because I ran it all the way back into her and he chased me, so I pitched it to her.
Okay.
Shout out the little sis.
Who's one team or player that you think gained a lot of respect this weekend?
Oh no, maybe Henny Migos.
Okay. Okay. How many formats you seen them in?
I know they were in 4-man and they played 5-man. I don't know what else they were in, but I know Nick was playing with VA Elite and stuff. So
Okay. Okay. What's something you experienced this weekend that you wouldn't never happen at a local tournament?
food truck.
Food trucks. And not enough food trucks at local tournaments?
Yeah, most of the time. Sometimes we'll get one,
Okay. Okay.
but
Okay. Okay. What's next for you?
honestly, I don't know yet.
Is that because you chilling or because you just
Kind
pop
of,
up or what?
things pop up and then I go. But I mean, there's another Saturday league that I'm in.
That's the DC,
Uh,
that's the DC joint?
yeah,
Okay.
the bass joint.
Okay. Who you running with?
A team called Fuck Around Find Out.
Okay. Okay. That's some cats from down here. That's some cats from up there. What?
A little bit of both.
Okay. That's a
But
bet.
look, like I said, told you, 4.
That's fire. That's
Crazy.
dope. That's dope.
And if you want to think about it, I think it was this one was definitely first, and then I think you gave me that one. Then I got that one and that one.
That's fire, man. Yellow hat. Well, as always, man, I appreciate this, yo.
Good show, man.
You playing tonight?
Nope, we got a bye week.
All
I'm not
right.
going out there unless somebody want to come scoop me. I'll go watch, but
Yeah, it's raining. Well, it's raining and or it's cold, so I'm good. I ain't gotta. I can wait till Thursday. I see you Thursday.
yeah.
All right, bet
You want to
that.
come out? You want to come out Tuesday night? You can record Tuesday night.
What's Tuesdays?
Oh wait.
We'll see.
Well, I'm on Henny Migos
How about that? All right,
and
then.
we
You with Ray, right?
play. What do you say?
That's what Ray Cuban.
Yeah,
Bet
and we
that.
play Kakamba's some team. I don't know. We're gonna win though.
Okay. Well, all right, man. I'll let you know. Appreciate you.
For sure. I
All right.
got you.
Hey, sorry. I was like, oh, I can put my shirt on. I got captured by mail shirts.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Got to give me one then.
Yeah, I was like, went for people that don't know who I am. So at tournaments, now you can find me.
That's smart. That's the best marketing.
I know, right? Took
Easy.
me forever.